Welcome to another demonstration of what's new in NXCAM. This video will show you how you can now mirror operations that are associative to the source operations and that maintain the machining intent of the original operations. The existing mirror function, found under Object, Transform, Mirror through a Plane, is a simple transformation of the toolpath which does not maintain associativity or machining intent. Note that you cannot mirror turning operations or operations created using the transform, paste with reference, or copy cam from component commands. Mirrored operations use the part and blank geometry defined for the source operations to generate the toolpaths. The mirror geometry is not used for toolpath generation and is shown here for visual reference only. First, we'll take a look at how the part and blank geometry have been defined in the geometry groups. In the geometry view of the operation navigator, double-click Workpiece to edit the object. Click Display next to specify part and specify blank. The part and blank geometry have been defined in the Workpiece object. Both the original operations and the mirrored operations use this geometry for the toolpath generation. Click Cancel. Double-click Blank Mirror to edit the object. The part geometry is not defined inside the object. Click Display next to specify blank. NX uses the blank geometry defined in the blank mirror object only to display the resulting 3D in-process workpiece for the mirrored operations. This geometry is used for visualization purposes only. Click Cancel. Now we'll create the mirrored operations and see how they use the part and blank geometry defined in the workpiece object for the original operations. Select the floor wall IPW and the floor wall IPW1 operation. Right-click on the selected operations and choose Object Mirror. Now we'll specify the plane about which the operations will be mirrored. Select YC from the specified plane list. This is the same plane that was used to mirror the solid geometry. The Program option allows you to place the mirrored operations in a separate program group so that they can be posted independently. Select Program Right from the program list. The Geometry option allows you to specify a different MCS other than the source operation to keep them logically organized inside the geometry view of the operation navigator. It also allows you to use a different blank, but only for the purpose of displaying the 3D in-process workpiece. The mirrored toolpath can be applied in a different blank. Select MCS Right from the geometry list. The path settings allow you to determine whether or not the original climb or conventional cut direction and the cut angle are maintained in the mirror toolpath. When turned on, Maintain Cut Direction maintains the climb or conventional cut direction of the original operations by reversing the path, allowing the mirrored operations to maintain the original machining intent. When turned off, the path is not reversed and the cut direction is not maintained. Select the Maintain Cut Direction checkbox. When Maintain Cut Angle is turned on, the tool maintains the same directional cut movement in the mirrored operations as in the original operations regardless of whether Maintain Cut Direction is turned on or off. Both settings toggled on will maintain the cut direction and the cut angle, usually required when using zig patterns. When Maintain Cut Angle is turned off, the directional movement of the tool is reversed by 180 degrees, regardless of whether Maintain Cut Direction is turned on or off. Note that Maintain Cut Angle might behave unpredictably when cut angle is set to automatic in the original operation and should therefore be used only when the cut angle has been explicitly specified. Select the Maintain Cut Angle checkbox. The above settings will only be applied if the toolpath is generated. The The Generate Toolpath option allows you to conveniently generate the toolpaths while mirroring the operations. Select the Generate Toolpath box. Click OK. Select the mirrored operations to see the toolpaths. The blank geometry defined in the Mirror Blank Geometry object can be used to show the resulting 3D in-process workpiece for the mirrored operations. Right-click Floor Wall IPW11 and select Workpiece, Show 3D. Note that Verify Toolpath does not use the mirrored blank geometry for 3D Dynamic Verify. 3D Dynamic Toolpath visualization with material removal is only shown for non-mirrored operations. Recall that when turned off, Maintain Cut Direction reverses the original climb or conventional cut direction in the mirrored operations. Double-click Floor Wall IPW2 to edit the operation. Click Cutting Parameters. Notice that the cut direction is set to Climb Cut. Click Cancel. The Floor Wall IPW2 operation has been mirrored with the path settings turned off. Now we'll take a look at how the cut direction option is set in the mirrored operation. Double-click Floor Wall IPW2-1 to edit the operation. Click Cutting Parameters. Notice that cut direction is set to Climb Cut, the same as in the original operation. When Maintain Cut Direction is turned off, as in this case, the path is not reversed and therefore the result is a conventional cut. The cut direction option shown in the dialog box does not update to reflect the actual cut direction. You can see this when you replay the mirrored operation. Click Cancel. Click Verify Toolpath. Click Play. The resulting cut is conventional. Click OK to complete the toolpath visualization. Right-click Floor Wall IPW2-1 and select Workpiece, Show 3D to see the resulting 3D in-process workpiece. In the Path column, the arrow indicates the toolpath is a mirrored copy of the original. Selecting the mirrored operation highlights the parent in red. In the Dependencies column, the arrow indicates the original source operation. The tooltip reads, "Other objects are dependent on this," indicating that these are source or parent objects. An upward-pointing red arrow in the Dependencies column indicates which operations are the mirrored copies. The tooltip for each icon reads, "Dependent on other objects," indicating that these are copied or dependent objects. An upward-pointing red arrow with a wrench in the Dependencies column indicates when a mirrored operation has modified parameters. When you hover over the icon, NX lists the modified parameters that are no longer associative. All of the other parameters remain associative. Note that you cannot mirror an operation that has already been mirrored. The MB3 Object Mirror option is not available. This concludes the demonstration of how you can now mirror operations that are associative to the source operations and that maintain the machining intent of the original operations. Thank you.